Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to make some spinach soup, carrot and spinach soup at home. So here are the ingredients. This is some palak or spinach that I've thoroughly washed. This is one peeled carrot, a medium-sized peeled carrot. These are some cloves of garlic which I've just cut into pieces, and this is one medium-sized onion. So these are the main ingredients that you need, and I'm not going to be using oil because I'm going to be using some butter for sauteing the ingredients. Okay, then we need a little bit of white pepper. This tastes amazing, and we need regular table salt. Okay, so I'm going to be chopping up these ingredients a little more, like make them smaller in size, finer in size. You don't need to chop it very finely, just roughly, and then I'm going to start preparing the soup and show you how it's done. So my gas is on and my wok is heating, or my pan is heating, my kadai is heating, whatever you'd like to call. And I have taken a little bit of butter. This is salted butter, but just remember to take less. I mean, you can take more, but the whole purpose of it is making it healthy and fat-free. I mean, very less fat, but it's not entirely fat-free because you need a little bit of fat to absorb all the vitamins and minerals that are there. Now, the soup is going to be so nutritious because full of iron, full of calcium, full of carotene, vitamin A, and so many other micronutrients that you need for like a healthy body, for energy. So okay, the butter has sort of heated. You don't really want to heat it too much. Maybe you could add a little more butter. This seems too less, but then I'm not going to do that, okay? Because I have butter anyways in a lot of other things, so I'm just not going to do that. So you can add these ingredients together, the garlic and the onions, or you can first add the garlic and then the onions. It's up to you. It's no big deal in a soup. So I'm going to be roasting it or sauteing it for 2 to 3 minutes. We don't want the onions to turn too brown, otherwise they're gonna get bitter. They'll have like a little bit of bitter taste once we churn them in the mixer grinder. We want the onions to give it a sweet taste to the soup, and even the carrot is going to do the same. Once the carrot gets churned, it's gonna give it a sweetness to our spinach soup. It's been 2 minutes and I've added the carrot chunks, and it's on high heat, so we can add a little bit of water just so that it doesn't get burned. And while you're going to cook it, while the vegetables are going to be cooked in this water, this is actually going to be the broth or the stock itself. We're going to add some water because the carrot, there's hardly any oil in there, so the carrot would have a difficult time to get cooked. So what we are going to do is this all is going to happen on a high flame. So we are going to just simply cook the carrots in water for 5 to 10 minutes. I think we need a little more water, so I'm going to add a little more water in here. So here we go. So much water should be enough, and we're going to let the carrots get cooked in this water for around 10 minutes, and that is going to make the broth or the stock. Well, we need the water to basically soften the vegetables. So once the vegetables are boiling in this water, this liquid automatically becomes the broth or the stock. So we will be straining it later on, removing the cooked veggies, churning the cooked veggies in a mixer grinder, or you can use a hand blender, whatever you like. And then we'll add the churned veggies back into the broth. So I'm just going to let it cook for 10 minutes. I'll just leave it on a high flame, and you can cover it or you cannot. I just won't. So it will just, we'll be back after 10 minutes and see what happens. So it's been around 8 to 9 minutes, nearly 10 minutes, and I'm going to be adding the spinach leaves. We added the carrot first because carrot is harder than spinach. It needs a little more time to soften, and also we wanted its broth to get extracted So yeah, and spinach takes hardly any time in such hot water to get cooked. Like it's gonna get cooked in 2 minutes. But we still want the broth of the spinach as well. So we're going to continue cooking on this high flame. And we're going to cook until the spinach turns bright green. That is when we know that it's gotten cooked. Okay, so I think another 5 minutes. So it's been 5 minutes and I'm turning off the gas, and we are going to leave these veggies in the super hot water for, let's say, another 5 minutes. So now we are going to take a clean pan or a container or whatever, and we are going to be taking these veggies, basically draining them. So here we've drained all the veggies. These are our veggies, and this is the broth. We are going to be using this broth in the soup, and this is super nutritious and flavorful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these veggies, which have completely drained out, their broth and the water from them. I'm going to keep it on a plate separately and just let this cool down so we can churn it in the mixer grinder. At this point, both these products are extremely hot, so we need to let it cool down before we can churn it in the mixer grinder. It's been a couple of minutes, but I think this is still quite hot. I transferred the vegetables in the mixer grinder, but it's still pretty hot. So to speed up the process, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add fridge cold water, like very cold water directly from the fridge, into these vegetables, and then churn it for easy churning. And also the cold water is going to bring the temperature down a little bit. So here are our churned veggies, and now we have that same wok ready, and I'm going to transfer these veggies in the pan, and I'll completely empty it in a second. And then I'm also going to be taking that broth and adding it in the pan, and then we are going to cook it for just 2 minutes or so. So while this is cooking and it's coming to a boil, we're going to add some salt and some black pepper, and it's going to be completely according to your taste. Sorry, did I say black pepper? I meant white pepper. Just a little bit of white pepper. Just mix it and let it come to a boil. You can see some chunks of carrot in this, but I don't mind them. If you wanted, you could have just strained them out or grinded them, in the mixer grinder again, but like it's okay for me. It's not that big of a deal. I like them, just like they're like croutons, but like soft croutons. And we're gonna wait for it to come to a boil, and you can achieve whatever thickness you like of the soup. I added all the broth. I added some extra water because I wanted it a little thinner, but you can just boil it or add less water if you want the soup to be thicker. So this is cooking away, but I needed to add some black salt in it. Black salt is a magical flavoring ingredient. I love black salt. So I'm going to add a little bit of black salt in this as well. Not too much because we've already added our salt, but black salt goes really, really well with spinach and garlic, and it's going to give an amazing, flavor to the soup. So just a little bit, like less than, let's say, 1/4 spoon of black salt. And it's done. It's time to serve our soup, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm just going to take it from here till here. Wow, it looks divine. It's a perfect consistency. I have tried having very thick spinach soups. I didn't like them much, but this seems perfectly fine. It's gonna get thicker and thicker as it gets colder. So yeah, amazing. And now we're gonna add some lemon in it. I'm just gonna do it like this. Squeeze the juice of half a lemon in it. That's it. Oh my god, this smells amazing. And that is your carrot spinach soup, guys. Enjoy. Wow, I absolutely love it. I'm gonna taste it now. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good, guys. You must try it for yourselves. Please don't add ginger in it. Ginger is going to just change the whole taste. You simply need to add some butter, garlic, onions, carrots, and spinach. That's it. And some salt, black salt, and white pepper, and that is it. That is it. Oh, of course, lemon. Don't forget the lemon for that extra zing and tanginess. A dose of vitamin C is going to do wonders for helping all that iron getting absorbed, because you all know vitamin C helps in the absorption of iron. This combination is great. Just try it at home and you will thank me. I love it.